Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Hello, this is the Italian Wine Podcast. My name is Monty Waldiin. My guest today is Ondine de la Feld from Tenuta di Tavignano, which is in Cingoli, in Macerata province, in the Le Marche region of Italy. Ondine, welcome.
Thank you very much, Monty. Happy to be with you.
Okay, so the estate dates from the 1600s. You weren't around, obviously, then. What is your role at Tenuta di Tavignano? And tell us a little bit about the history of the estate.
All right. Let's start from me. I'm graduated in architecture, and I've been working as an architect for more or less 20 years. And in 2013, I was asked by my family to consider taking care of the winery. I thought that the challenge was very attractive, difficult, but is a nice challenge to jump in. And so I started to study a lot to be able to. I was around the winery for a long time, but that it doesn't mean to be able to run a winery. There is a side that sounds very poetic, but the reality is a lot of work, and you need to have a lot of skills from many different areas of the winery. That is legal side, the relationship with all the workers in a winery, and you need to have the skills for the enological side and agronomical side. I mean, you need to know a lot about what you're doing. And today we are moving towards a digital and green horizon that is quite nearby now, and so you need to have skills to understand how to be part of this movement between the green future. The winery has 230 hectares. We have cereals and wine. The vineyards have 31 hectares, and we are specialized in white grapes, so Verdicchio dei Castelli di Jesi. We produce around 150,000 bottles. We try to stay that this kind of dimension is our goal, to have quality and to control the quality without being involved in a big wave of a market that can end up putting in big difficulty to keep the quality. So we hope that the market and that the future we will always be able to maintain our kind of wineries, that dimension and this quality, without being involved in a big market of big numbers.
Yeah, I mean, 180,000 bottles sounds a lot, but it's actually quite small.
150,000.
Okay, 150, even less. So it's manageable, and you're right to be able to want to premiumize your offering to make the economics work. It's a very beautiful area where you are. It's quite open, isn't it? You're in Località Tavignano in Cingoli, so you have it's a very bright and luminous landscape. Do you think that comes through in the wines, in the Verdicchio?
What is special about our area is that we are in the midway from the sea to the mountains. So we are the same distance. So we are 40 kilometers from the coast, and we are 40 kilometers from the mountains. And we have a wind that blows going from the mountains till the sea every day and all the year round. This allows to have a dry area with a nice microclimate that can allow wineries like us to be organic without having to put too much energy, too much product, too much work. And we are lucky. We are very lucky to be in this kind of area, just now in our world that everybody would like to be greener and better. Better with the land.
For those of you that don't know, 35% of the Marche vineyards are now certified organic, which is one of the highest, probably the highest statistic from any major wine region on the planet. And it's partly the mentality there, which is green, but also the climatic conditions and the terroir is very conducive to this kind of farming. So what Ondine is saying is very logical, and she's clearly going with following nature and obviously doing a very good job.
You say something very, very right, because to be sustainable is not enough to be sustainable for organic product on your winery, on your wine vineyard, but you need to be economical, sustainable. I mean, your economy, your business needs to run. And if you are in an area where it's very difficult to be organic because it rains a lot, because it's humid, and imagine the work and how much fuel you need to buy to use your machine to go up and down all your vineyards, to be able to do all the to give all the attention to your vineyards, not to get ill. So sorry if I don't have the scientific words in English, but I think I hope I'm clear enough. So you spend a lot of maybe fuel to use more phyto medicine that, yes, they are organic, but instead of going one time, you need to go 10 times. And so you spend a lot of energy and a lot of fuel and a lot of money. And so for us in the Marche area, yes, the mentality, but we are in the very good condition to go organic, because we can go economical. It could be economical, a good business to go organic. Because if you can see in the market, organic doesn't mean that your bottle, you can really sell it at a higher price. It's more a question they ask today for a producer to go organic for an ethic reason, not for a business reason. So we do it for ethic reason and not for business. But if to go organic means that your company doesn't produce enough income, then it's crazy to kill a whole country around organic. And so as we are in the Marche area, we are in the good situation to go organic.
Another thing that's interesting about your estate is your use of oak is you don't use very much oak. I don't think any of your whites see oak at all. So again, in terms of the environment, that's a positive sign. But also, it works very well with the way that you make your wines. Is that?
All right. So we use. I just correct a little bit about that. We use oak only on the red wines for the micro oxygenation. I hope it's clear. But we use only old oak. So we use it only for the physical capacity of the wood to exchange oxygen. Not really for the taste, because we believe in the variety characteristic. This is for the red. For the white, the Verdicchio is very special because aging, it has some evolution that give some special savor, some special flavor that are similar to the wood. To the wood flavor, it goes to honey. It will go to herbal notes and mature like spicy notes. Some people drinking and trying Verdicchio with an evolution of 2-3 years, they always ask, but does this one will stay on wood? And the answer is always no. It's just the evolution of the Verdicchio. with these notes.
Okay, let's start with the beginning wine of your range, the sparkling white wine, which is Frizzante il Pestifero. Tell us a little bit about that one.
All right. Okay. On the wine activity, as winemakers, families belonging to the wine activity, the need of tradition is very, very important, and the need to communicate tradition is very important. And sometimes it's too important, and sometimes it's too heavy. And so we were in Tavignano, where we need something to get crazy. We need something to laugh, something to be out of the box, because our production is not out of the box. Our production is serious, is well done, a lot of effort, but we wanted to do some crazy wines. So we decided to go completely different. And we have a line of three wines that they are called I Love Monsters. I love monsters because I love something that is completely different. We love something that is not perfect. And one is called the Pestifero, is the first one to be born, and is a pet nat, pétillant naturel. So we went natural. So we use ancient recipes to produce pétillant wine. So is similar to the champenoise technique, but we don't do the dégorgement and we don't filter. So the wine are similar to wines with a lit on sur lit. So you have the cloudy side with the deposit of the yeast.
Yeah, no dégorgement and unfiltered. So it's everything happens in the bottle.
Exactly. So you start the fermentation in the bottle. There is a residual of sugar that will finish in the bottle during the fermentation, producing the gas. Yeah.
And it's Il Pestifero, and it's Verdicchio mainly, with a bit of Malvasia and a little bit of Sangiovese made as a wine.
Exactly. It's been quite successful. People like it. Has a special notes, and is a bit crazy, and it's kind of trendy. Let's say we did it at the right time. So it's a very nice experiment, and we are having fun.
Do you know I made a Pétillant Naturel in the UK a few years ago?
Yes?
Yeah, it was the first one. It was organic, yeah. But it was a white wine. And obviously the UK is not the same as the Marche, so it wasn't as lush as what I imagine your wine will be, a little bit narrower and a little bit crisper. But it's great fun as well, and it's a fun wine, and people like seeing the yeast at the bottom of the bottle. Do you have people, when they come and buy a bottle, they hold the bottle up to the light to see what's at the bottom?
Yeah, they do, and we always it's very nice. And to it's nice to produce videos. It's nice to talk about it. And il pestifero, it means in Italian the naughty boy. So and the naughty boy, usually you call a young boy who it's kind of loved by everybody, but is a bit naughty. So the naughty boy is something you like, but it breaks the rules. So it's quite pleasant. We like that. We like attention. We're looking for attention. We break the rules, but we want to be pleasant. So outside, the bottle has a strange label, and we can say that it's a naughty boy, but inside is well educated. The wine is well done, because it's done by our team of enologists, and is well done. So outside a bit crazy, inside is very educated.
Beautifully described. What's the next one in the pest? Is it the orange wine?
La Vergine is the virgin wine, because is again not manipulated, less manipulated. So it's a little intervention, and is a white wine billed as a red wine. So it is a skin contact wine. So it will stay on the skin for between 10 days to 1 month. So it's not a very important skin contact time. And but it's very nice to understand how the Verdicchio was in the past, when it used to be done that way, because in the past it was always fermented with the skin. And it's very nice because you have to drink it as a red wine. You have to combine it with meat, cheese, because it's the notes are very, very strong. But again, the bottle has this lee on the bottom, and you have to put it upside down, and it has all the movement on the skin. So on the bottle, and again, it's quite successful, more than in Italy. That we are in Italy, we are a bit laid back on that kind of trends. Maybe there will be more trendy in 1 year, 2 years, but it's very successful in Australia, successful in Canada, in Japan, in the United States, in California. So what is nice is it starts from the winery as an experiment, a natural wine with the recipes of our grandfathers, but it flies away it goes very far to travel to a new continent. So it's quite nice.
And what's the third one of the monsters in the monsters range?
The third one is like the pestifero, but is a feminine version. So it's a pink sparkling with a bit of lacrima di moro d'alba, and it's called La Birba. La Birba, it's the feminine version of Naughty Boy. Is a girl who likes to do many jokes and sweet and but a bit provocative. And so La Birba, it's again is a pet nat rosé. Is the last one.
Do you drink these pet nats with food or just more on their own?
You can have them on their own because of being a bit cloudy. As the beer that are the artisanal beer, that are cloudy, you have the impression that is nearly more fulfilling. Is it right? It's like an aliment. It's not just a wine. It's an aliment. You have the impression that they are a bit more dense. That they will take you like you can, if you feel like if you are a bit hungry. Yes, you would like to have something, to have a bit of calories, or a bit of density. You have the impression that you can have a glass of a pétillant naturel. They are more, yeah.
It's like those beers that you have with yeast at the bottom, those cloudy beers as well, where you don't really want to get drunk. You just feel a little bit hungry, but you don't want to eat a huge meal, and you just have a glass of beer or a glass of sparkling wine with a little yeast in it. And it's very satisfying.
You have the impression that you can be satisfied for a while. The alcohol level is 11.5 degrees, so it's not high. It could be as a starter, but you cannot exclude to have something to eat with. It's nice to have it with anything, like a fish and fried
fish, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fish and chips, like something, or little burgers or street food. It's quite nice to have these pétillants naturels with street food.
Okay, let's talk about the Verdicchio wines, because you've got quite a range. So what is your entry, the base of the pyramid, the entry level Verdicchio dei Castelli di Jesi? Is it the Villa Torre?
The entry level is Villa Torre, even if we have even youngest one, but we use especially in the local area, because in the Marche the tradition to drink wine is very important. They drink wine every day, lunch and dinner, and so you wouldn't spend like a Villa Torre. You have an everyday wine. So we have an everyday wine, organic too, that is more dedicated to the local market. So from it's called Costa Verde. So it's fresh, it's picked very young, so give us the opportunity to have a lower price, because the more it stays on the vines, on the plant, the more work you have, and more expensive is the wine. So we like to have a very light and fresh version of the Verdicchio that is very, very nice too. I mean, the Verdicchio is very versatile, they say. Okay, we can confirm that. So you can have the fresh version till the edge version, the one that can evolve with the time. So Costa Verde is the first one.
To evolve. Costa Verde, is that faces east, doesn't it? So that's where you get that sort of crispness and freshness, yeah? Okay, so the next one Misco?
Yeah, Misco. Misco is the name of a river that runs at the edge of the estate, and is called Musone, the river. But in the Roman time, the Musone was Miscus. So from the river, we gave the name to our vineyard, and then to the wine. So it's a single vineyard coming from this vineyard is the best of our estate because of the exposure, because of the quality of ground, limestone and clay. So we have dedicated this land, this parcel, to the Misco. The vines have for 35 years now. 35 years, and the yield is very low.
So you get nice concentration. So is that one reason you make a Riserva from Misco as well?
Exactly. The Riserva is very nice because, as I was saying before, with the evolution of the time just happening in the bottle, the Verdicchio has something very special happens. And I think it will be more and more successful to try and to have the experience of a Verdicchio that has at least 2-3 years in the bottle. I believe it will become successful because it's very, very elegant, powerful, and with a really nice capacity of pleasantness.
So now let's go on to the Riserva, the Tavignano Riserva.
All right. So as I was saying, the Tavignano Riserva, the grape will be picked just a few days after the Misco, but it's always the same parcel. It will stay 1 year in the tank on the lees without batonnage, because we are looking always to the finest expression of the Verdicchio. And then it will go on the bottle and stays another year before to go on the market. But usually the Riserva is 3 years after when it's picked.
Yeah, it's nice. That wine has got that lovely creaminess and depth to it. I found when I tried it. It's got that. Again, it's like a food. You don't need food. You're drinking. You're drinking food. If you talk a little bit about the reds, Rosso Piceno, Bidoni.
The Rosso Piceno, I don't know if you know something about the Rosso Piceno, but it has a nice name because the Piceno used to be a civilization in the Marche area before the Roman, I Piceni. It's a wine typical from the area. It has a long, I cannot tell you when it started, but it has a long history in the Marche area, and it's made with Sangiovese and Montepulciano. And from that, you understand how for how long Sangiovese and Montepulciano has been in the Marche, even if they are well known more in the Chianti area or maybe more in Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. But the same variety has been in the Marche since a long time. So nearly before Christ.
And the Libenter, another Rosso Piceno.
Libenter is made with Sangiovese, Montepulciano, and we have a bit of Cabernet Sauvignon. We like it to have a bit more international, and it's picked at the end of September. Strong. We are nearly 14.5, 15 degrees, and you really need. Really rock and roll is like a very alcoholic chocolate.
And I think the most interesting one, the most unusual wine, is the Lacrima di Moro d'Alba, the Barbarossa, and that's from Lacrima grown in San Marcello.
Exactly, in the area of Lacrima di Moro d'Alba. In Moro d'Alba is a village, is an area. From Tavignano, you need to go by the seaside, and only in Moro d'Alba is grew the variety of Lacrima di Moro d'Alba. The notes are very special because when you have it on the nose, you have the impression that you will have something sweet and fruity, and people really are attracted. But when it goes on the palate, on the tongue, it's dry, perfectly dry. So special, really special.
What do you like eating with that?
You like charcuterie? It's very nice with the charcuterie. I wouldn't have it with a sweet dessert, even if you think it could go with dessert. But in the Marche area, we have it with a charcuterie or Ondine, because even if it's quite strong on the nose, on the mouth is quite dry. Yeah, charcuterie, and especially charcuterie, I would say.
Okay, final wine is the Verdicchio de Castelli Passito Sant'Elancerio, which is 100% Verdicchio, I think. How do you make the Passito?
The Passito, we make it, so picking the grapes at the end of September, and then we hang them on the room that is spectacular to look at. It's like an art installation with all those grapes all around, nice wires. I would stay 2-3 months, 2 months that way, and then it will go on the tank and do the fermentation on the tank. So it's ready more or less after 6 months. But we don't do it every year. It's very difficult to do it because if at the end of the summer it starts raining, it's impossible to do a Passito. So let's say we do it every 2-3 years. We're able to do it. It's a big effort, physical effort to do the Passito.
Yeah, but it's worth it when you get it right.
It's worth it. Yes, it's very nice.
Ondine, I just want to say thanks to you, Ondine de la Feld.
Thank you, Monty.
From Tenuta di Tavignano. It's always nice to talk to you, and I've been to the estate. I should come back and see you. And I really like the wines. They're beautifully balanced. They're so easy to drink. They're very clear, very expressive of the terroir there, and they're not overmade. They're just understated and very well balanced. Really nice.
Thank you. It's what we try to do as less as possible and to be patient.
Yeah, I try to do that with my questions, is to ask as few as possible and be patient. And I'm not always successful, but I will learn from you. Thank you so much. You've been a brilliant guest. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Monty.
Thanks, Ondine. Ciao.
Bye. Ciao.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, cin cin.